Hi guys, it's Heather from Tomatoes, Puppies, and Everything Gardening. This is a follow-up video to the last video I just made on fungus gnats. So in that video, I went over my process, which is kind of elaborate and long, but kind of thorough, to treat fungus gnat larvae, and I use mosquito bits. So you can just watch that video to go over the whole step that I use with that, with this product. And I'll link that video in the description. So that would be a big product that I would recommend that I use to treat fungus gnat larvae to kind of break the cycle. And the way I look at it, and I forgot to say this on my last video when I went over the process for using the tea or a mosquito bit soak, it's kind of like treating lice. Like, you have to treat everything. You have to really eliminate new eggs, new growth, new beginnings, new new hatchings. I don't know if larvae hatch, but I'm sure they have a similar process to lice. So when I was in college, this is off topic. Sorry, I shouldn't get off topic. I had to do a whole semester where I focused on community nursing. I got a bachelor's degree in nursing and science, and so one whole semester I had to do community nursing, and a large chunk of that was going down into some areas that needed help with lice control, and I had to go into homes and go over the steps for treating lice. And that was a big part of it, was treating everything, breaking the cycle. You have to treat the eggs, you have to treat the larvae. So sorry about that little off-topic spill, but that was my point, is you've got to treat and break that cycle. So go look at that video. I had meant to do it as a standard video like this, in this normal horizontal format, and for some reason when I did that big long video, I must have thought I was doing a short the whole time, because I filmed it in the vertical format, and I do apologize for that. So anyways, mosquito bits, these are great. You can also use them on the surface. Just leave some on the surface, and then when you water, a bit of that will drip into the soil. You can also make a concentrated tea, and then as you water your plants, whatever schedule you have, maybe once a month, give them some of the mosquito bit tea. There are other ways to do it than my total soak method, which I feel like kills anything that might be in that soil. And sometimes I do see actual adult fungus gnats come out of the bottom drainage water. So anyways, that would be the best thing, my number one recommendation. Other than that, and this is the state I'm at right now, so I just treated every soil in my home. I think, gosh, was it 5 or 6 days ago I put that video up? So every soil, everything got treated. So now we're in the stage of, we have to capture the adults that are still in the house. And so I use a lot of different methods year round for that. The mosquito bits, maybe you might do that 1, 2, 3 times a year if you have a problem. So my problem started this past fall. I brought in several plants from outdoors that had been living outdoors, and I think that's where this kind of issue kind of started, and it snowballed. For example, this tomato guy, he was a tiny little seedling baby when I brought him in, but I'm sure even though I gave him new soil, put him in a new clean pot, there could have been some larvae down by the roots. Anyway, so I've had fungus gnats. It's been an issue. Finally, my kids and my husband are like, please, can you treat this, do something about it? So I did. So now I have to follow up. I have to try to capture the remaining adults that are flying around. So I guess number 2 for my recommendations would be the sticky traps. You can get different colors. They make blue now and black. I prefer the black because it's not like in your face. But when you're having an active treatment, like infestation, maybe go with the yellow. As you can see over here, I've got a yellow one sticking on a little clip, and I do recommend these clips to hold the big pads in place. Evidently they're attracted to yellow, like yellow flowers. So if you are trying to capture a lot, go with the yellow. Here's an example. Look at all those guys. There is a little bit of dirt, but most of this is actual fungus gnat adults that got captured. Let's see if I can zoom in on that. So with these big pads, let me see, they're probably like 8 by 6-ish. I like to use one side at a time. So I'll fill up a side like I did, and then I'll fill it, and then I'll put the paper on the side that is used and full of dead fungus gnats, and then I have a new side that can be used, and I can lay it flat over top of a plant or a pot or somewhere near light. You know, they're attracted to light. So definitely recommend these, and I do recommend the bigger sheets. You just get more bang for your buck instead of those little cute ones that you can stick down in pots. And sometimes I do get those. There was a baby Yoda one that I bought in black last summer, and that was really cute. So I did have that one. Okay, so the next step, most people are, you would think I would go, oh, apple cider vinegar. That is last for me on my list. I don't know if my fungus gnats are just really intelligent. They just know they're not supposed to go near the apple cider vinegar. So I capture very few with those. My number 3 recommendation would actually be, and you do have to purchase it, Zevo. It is a blue light. You plug it in, and what happens is, like I said, they're attracted to light, so they go towards the light, and then when they get down in this little cupped area that is cupped against the wall, they get trapped. And I just put this one, a new one, in last night, a new refill. And I've already got, I think maybe, I don't know, I looked at it a minute ago, 4 or 5. So highly recommend this. The base unit that comes with, I think, 1 refill, maybe 2, is like 20 bucks. It does seem like a lot to invest, but they do really work. And when you need a refill, you get 2 in a box, and I think it's $6.99. So I wanted to show you one. I've been saving this for this video for at least a month or so. Look at all that. So you do capture quite a bit. I really do like this product. So I have one upstairs. Sorry, I dropped it. Let's see if I can reset this. I have one upstairs because I have a few plants upstairs, and then also I have one down here in the kitchen. Here's another example of a used one. So now I can throw these away since you have seen it. Okay, so okay, back to my mosquito bit treatment that I just did. What I did after I treated the soil of every plant in the house, I wanted to start a few seeds. Like this is some miniature window box basil. So I seeded it, and then I covered it with saran wrap to help with germination, but also to keep fungus gnats from entering the adults that are still flying around while the soil is being treated. I didn't want them to, you know, go lay some more eggs. I think that the mosquito bit treatment does last for about 10 days, and they do recommend retreating, I think, every week for 3 weeks. So what I'm going to do, oh, I have a baby basil. I'm going to show it to you in a second. I think what I'm going to do, though, is at the 9-10 day mark, I'm going to go around with some mosquito bit tea that I have made by soaking the bits in water. And I'm going to water everyone like I normally would water all my houseplants. And then that'll be my second round of treatment in case there are new eggs that have been laid by some of the wandering adults that are still left. But look, I have a baby basil. Can you see it? Right there, the little green guy. I think baby basils are so cute when they pop up. Okay, so that was part of my treatment program, just to cover any soil that is not, you know, actively used by a plant. So for the pots that have actual plants in them, I'm not going to cover obviously the whole thing with saran wrap. I stick one of my big pads that's on one of these holders in the soil, and hopefully if the adults are flying near the soil and thinking, oh, I'm going to go put some baby eggs down in there, they'll land here on the yellow first and get captured. So the last thing, and I do it, and I do have some of these set up around the house right now since I did my treatment, is the apple cider vinegar mixture. So there's several different ways you can do this. This little cup is just apple cider vinegar, and I put on the saran wrap real tight and just made a slit, like a really tight slit, so that they can get in but they can't get out. And this has been here for 4 or 5 days. No adult fungus gnats are in here. What works better for me, and I don't know why, is to get like a shallow dish. I have this just a basic 50-cent bowl from Target. I just literally put only the apple cider vinegar, just a shallow amount. You don't have to fill it up. And then a couple drops of dish soap. This bowl has, I don't know, 4 or 5, and I just made this one yesterday morning. Let's see. And then also you can save little containers. These are from Chipotle. If you get like a little side, you get your beans on the side, you'll get these little cups. Clean it out, rinse it out, put some tiny holes in the top, and then put your apple cider vinegar mixture in, and then you can put this on. You don't have to worry about it leaking everywhere. So that works well too. If you have fungus gnats who are attracted to apple cider vinegar, mine just seem to know. I don't know how, but they know to avoid it if possible. I do wonder if maybe organic makes a difference. So I'm gonna I have some more out in the garage. It's not organic. I'm gonna make a few containers, maybe with the purple bowls, and see if I attract more with non-organic versus organic apple cider vinegar. I don't know why I would make any kind of difference at all. But you know, I definitely want to get rid of them. Another product that is similar to the yellow sticky traps are these clear ones. Don't really use these as often, but if you have a major infestation or some other type of flying insect that is attracted to light, put these on your windows and it will capture them. See if I can open one up. It's just clear. I got these off Amazon. It's a pack of, there's 4 traps per little package. And I think when I ordered these, it's like a bulk purchase. It was like 10 of these packs, so 40 altogether. But it has a sticky side where it's got 2 strips of stickiness, and then the back side is just complete stickiness. So these work pretty good, but I tend to use these more for other type of situations. So that's it. I am very hopeful that I will treat all of my soil, and maybe in the next week, 14 days, we will be completely fungus gnat free. And at that point, what I will do is make a weak mixture of hydrogen peroxide and water and put in a small spray bottle. And occasionally I will mist the tops of my soil so that I'm not growing that fungus and attracting and giving a food source to those fungus gnats. Anytime you bring a plant in, soil in, pretty much anything, you risk that. And that brings me to one last point. There is one place other than my soil that I have seen fungus gnats trying to grow and or congregate. I'm not sure what they're really doing, but you know, on your fridge, if you have one of those external ice and fridge thingamabobs on the front of your refrigerator, there is a tray, And underneath that tray is a water collection reservoir. And I have noticed fungus gnats coming in and out of that area. So I put a few of my mosquito bits into that reservoir because I don't know if it's an issue with my fridge in particular, but water drips and it goes under the tray. It doesn't go on top of the tray like it should. It drips down into that reservoir, and I think that's a breeding ground for fungus gnats. So look for areas like that around your house. And also there was one other area I did treat. If you have potted plants that are up on like a drainage tray, and that drainage tray has little pockets or like shallow areas where water can sit, throw a couple of these mosquito bits into those little pockets so that as the water drains and sits there, you're not making a nice perfect breeding ground also for these insects. So just think of it, you know, like I guess treating mosquitoes, but indoors. You just want to treat all these areas that are nice and moist and hidden usually, to get rid of your fungus gnats. It can be overwhelming, and it's almost time to start seeds again. So think about these steps, maybe implement them if you have a current situation, and or keep them in mind for when you start your seeds in the late winter, early spring, so that you don't have a house full of fungus gnats. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.